This lesson focuses on my discussion of the Value Proposition Canvas, or VPC, also developed by Strategyzer, and provides specific discussion on how it relates to online businesses. Now please note that the VPC source information is rigorously protected by copyright and is being used by us only after obtaining specific consent from Strategyzer. Now the Value Proposition Canvas allows you to further deeply investigate the elements within two of the main building blocks of the business model canvas, and then work out how you can create a much better fit between these elements, which are, number one, customer segments, i.e. the target audience or audiences for your products and services, and number two, the value propositions, or how you seek to solve your customer problems and satisfy their needs with unique value propositions. Now, digging deep into the VPC allows you to work out how these building blocks might better fit together in the business model you develop. And this helps you develop great value propositions that match your customers' needs and jobs to be done, and helps them solve their problems. So within the customer segments building block of the BMC is the customer profile. And as you try to sketch out your customer profile, you should look at three things. And those are customer jobs, customer pains, and customer gains. So firstly, with customer jobs, start by describing what the customers you are targeting are trying to get done. It could be the tasks they are trying to perform and complete, the problems they are trying to solve, or the needs they are trying to satisfy. So to describe these customer jobs, naturally there's a few questions that need answers. So what functional jobs is your customer trying to get done? E.g., perform a specific task or solve a specific problem. What social jobs is your customer trying to get done? For example, trying to look good, gain power or status. What emotional jobs is your customer trying to get done? E.g., aesthetics, feel good, security. And what basic needs is your customer trying to satisfy? E.g., communication, sex. Then you'd look at number two, customer pains, where you'd describe negative emotions, undesired costs and situations, and risks that your customer experiences or could experience before, during, and after getting the job done. You've got to rank each pain according to the intensity that it represents for your customer. Is it very intense? Or is it, very light? For each pain, indicate how often it occurs. And here are the questions you need answers for to discover your customer pains. What does your customer find too costly? Maybe it takes a lot of time, or costs too much money, or requires substantial effort. What makes your customer feel bad? Frustrations, annoyances, the things that give them a headache. How are current solutions underperforming for your customer? Maybe there's a lack of features or performance, or they're malfunctioning. What are the main difficulties and challenges your customer encounters? Perhaps understanding how things work, difficulties getting jobs done, resistance. What negative social consequences does your customer encounter or fear? Maybe loss of face, loss of power, trust, or status. What risks does your customer fear? These could be financial, social, technical risks, or, something could go awfully wrong. What things are keeping your customer awake at night? What are the big issues, the concerns, the worries? What common mistakes does your customer make as they carry out those jobs? Maybe usage mistakes. And what barriers are keeping your customer from adopting solutions? E.g., upfront investment costs. Maybe there's a learning curve, or maybe they're just resistant to change. And finally, the third component of the customer profile is customer gains. Here, you describe the benefits your customer expects, desires, or would be very surprised by. This includes functional utility, social gains, positive emotions, and cost savings. And again, rank each gain according to its relevance to your customer. Is it substantial or is it insignificant? And for each gain, again indicate how often it occurs. The questions you need for customer gains? Well, which savings would make your customer happy in terms of time, money and effort? What outcomes does your customer expect and what would go beyond his or her expectations? Quality level, more of something, less of something. And how do current solutions delight your customer? Specific features, performance and quality. What would make your customer's job or life easier? Maybe a flatter learning curve or more services or lower cost of ownership. What positive social consequences does your customer desire, e.g. make them look good, an increase in power or status? And what are customers looking for? Good design, guarantees, specific features or more features? And what do customers dream about? Big achievements, big reliefs. How does your customer measure success and failure, e.g. performance or cost? And what would increase the likelihood of them adopting your solution? Maybe lower cost, less investment, lower risk, better quality, performance or design. Within the value propositions building block of the business model canvas is the value map. And as you try to sketch out your value map, you should look at three things. And they are number 4, products and services, number 5, pain relievers, and number 6, gain creators. So for the first of these, products and services, ask yourself which products and services you offer that help your customer get either a functional, social, or emotional job done, or help him or her satisfy their basic needs. Now, the products and services you offer may either be tangible, for example, manufactured goods or face-to-face customer service, or they may be digital or virtual, for example, downloads and online recommendations. They may also be intangible, copyrights and quality assurance perhaps, or they may be financial products and services, e.g. investment funds, financing services. So rank all the products and services you offer according to their importance to your customer. Are they crucial or are they trivial to your customer? Then let's have a look at number 5, pain relievers. Let's outline how your products and services create value. And firstly, describe how your products and services alleviate customer pains. How do they eliminate or reduce negative emotions, undesired costs and situations, and risks your customer experiences or they could experience before, during, and after getting the job done? Again, rank each pain your products and services kill according to their intensity for your customer. Is it very intense or very light? And for each pain, indicate how often it occurs. So your pain reliever questions, well, ask yourself if they produce savings in terms of time, money and efforts. Do they make your customers feel better? Does it kill their frustrations, annoyances, the things that give them a headache? Do they fix underperforming solutions, e.g. new features, better performance, better quality? Does it put an end to difficulties and challenges your customers encounter? Make things easier, helping them get things done, eliminate resistance. Does it wipe out negative social consequences your customers encounter or fear? For example, loss of face, power, trust or status. Does it eliminate risks your customers fear? E.g. financial, social, technical risks or, that what could go awfully wrong problem? And does it help your customers better sleep at night by helping them with the big issues, diminishing their concerns or eliminating worries? Does it limit or eradicate common mistakes that the customers make? And does it get rid of barriers that are keeping your customer from adopting solutions? For example, lower or no upfront investment costs, a flatter learning curve, less resistance to change. And finally, we'll have a look at number 6, gain creators, and describe how your products and services create customer gains. How do they create benefits your customer expects, desires, or would be surprised by, including functional utility, social gains, positive emotions, and cost savings. Rank each gain your products and services create according to its relevance to your customer. Again, ask, is it substantial or insignificant? And again, indicate how often it occurs. Some more questions about your gain creators? Well, naturally, ask yourself if they create savings that make your customer happy, in terms of time, money, and effort. Ask yourself if they produce outcomes your customer expects or that go way beyond their expectations. For example, better quality level, more of something, or maybe even less of something, like less work would be great, wouldn't it? Ask yourself if they copy or outperform current solutions that delight your customer regarding specific features or performance or quality. Do they make your customer's job or life easier? That flatter learning curve? Is it more usable? Is it more accessible? Do they get more services? Do they get a lower cost of ownership? Does it create positive social consequences that your customer desires? Does it make them look good? Does it produce an increase in power or status? Does it do something that customers are looking for? Good design, guarantees, specific features or more features? Does it fulfill something customers are dreaming about? Does it help them with their big achievements or produce big reliefs? Does it produce positive outcomes matching your customer's success and failure criteria, e.g. better performance or lower cost? And does it help make adoption easier, lower cost, fewer investments, lower risk, better quality, performance, design? A whole heap of questions you've got to find real answers for, not just assumptions. Because you know what happens when you make an assumption. But it's very important to realise that at this point in time, the answers to all of these great questions are simply just your assumptions. You have described who you think your ideal customers are and what you think would create value for them. And while it might be your best guess, it is still just your opinion. So now you need to get out and talk to as many customers as possible to test and verify your assumptions. The jobs you listed, are these the jobs they are really trying to do? Are these jobs important to them? Are the pains you imagined actually real, according to your customer? Are they severe pain, or just minor annoyances? And do your customers really value the gains you believe they get? You can then adjust the assumptions you made based on these new insights and redesign your value proposition based on this. Certainly, make sure you remove all the pains and gains, etc. you had that were wrong, so you can determine which are the most important real ones. Now, it's not very likely that your value proposition can address all the pains and gains of your ideal customer, and nor should you try to do that. Your objective is to address mainly the most important ones and address them very well. A reminder that the value proposition canvas source information is protected by copyright and is being used here only after obtaining specific consent from Strategyzer.com.